Okay, yeah. So this video, um, I was just thinking to myself again, and I wanted to touch on this for the MGTOW community as like a lesson with all this. Now, learning the how I think I titled it something like learning the nature of a woman. Now, the best way you can really do it is like anything else. You're gonna have to see it in different perspectives, different points of views. You have to look at like if you're trying to I don't know if you play video games, but you're trying to take out like a room of bad guys, you'd be better off if you can like see the room from like here and then see it from here and then see it from here and then see it from here. And you know what I'm saying? Or it'd be better if you could just walk in there and see the room. Like you have to see it from different perspectives and understanding a woman's nature. You have to look at it from completely different perspectives. And the only way you can really do that is, in my opinion, like you have to. Okay, one opinion would be, let's say if you like me, you were born in America. The best way you can probably do it is to grow up a very poor guy, and then some kind of way hit the lottery or become very successful and then be a successful guy because that's all women really are really gauging you on. Like the looks plays a part in it, because they want to take good pictures with a good looking man, because they want to shop, because they're shopping. But to truly see their nature, like you have to really see the different sides. Really, it really is what it's going to come down to is the different financial sides of how you walk into the dating market. Now, now personally, I would say for me, it didn't click on with me until I started traveling. And like, because I'm from America, so right off the bat, fluent English, American accent. When I roll out and I roll to a place, like I'm gonna be like at least in the top 50%. Now, some women they may not like black guys or may not like bald guys or something like that. But overall, okay, as far as her pussy opening up for a potential provider and protector, I'm gonna be in the top 50% right off the bat just because of that. Okay, and depending on what country you are, you're gonna be higher because a woman's nature it always comes back to how much money she thinks she can get out of you. Pretty much that's really the end goal, and it's gonna come out. It's gonna come down to how much money she thinks she can get out of you, and how much she thinks. Okay, what kind of quality guy she feels that she can get. You see, because they try to say like men are shallow and blah blah blah. No, women are literally 40 times more shallow than men. And I mean, it does make sense why, but I think a lot of the reasoning behind it has kind of been polluted with like all these, television shows and, movies. And it kind of tells women that, yeah, you can always do better. Rah, rah, rah. So it really kind of polluted them. But it's like, I didn't really see it until, okay, for instance, I would do online dating. And I live in Ohio and I would do online dating here. And I mean, like for years, never could get online. I mean, I think I maybe went on 3 online dates, and one girl was actually like beautiful. And I did notice this: the only women I ever hang out with for a period of time usually are not from Ohio. They usually aren't from America, but especially not from Ohio. And the one girl, she was actually beautiful. She was in the military. She traveled around. She was actually better look. That was a reverse catfish. Like her picture was kind of fucked up, and she ended up being like legit model material. And I'm completely not making this up. Um, but I remember, like I said, I was in America online dating for years. Couldn't get a date. Right. Soon as I go to fucking Argentina, Tinder, OKCupid is just lining up. You see, like lining up. And then I got this because like I said, fluent English. Your profile's in English. Bloop. Except, like you have to realize their nature. They're like okay, they are not. And I don't like to use this word. They are not like women as a whole. Like they are not righteous creatures. There's no morals in there. The only moral is to get more resources for survival. They'll like you. They'll like you. They'll love you all day long. While they over there sucking uh, Derek's dick and getting his resources. But they love you. You see how that works? They don't have reason. Like they're not. They and themselves are not righteous creatures. This is why you never chase them. You see what I'm saying? Because there's nothing to chase. This is why men never ever chase them. So Argentina, man, I met a girl. She had paid for my taxi ride, paid for the cocaine, fucking alcohol, and all this shit all night long, man. And got up the next morning, and well, we didn't go to sleep because I was with this class of people. But so I come back to America, came back to America for I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 months, and I went to Czech Republic, and it was the same thing. It was the same thing in Europe. Couldn't get a day in America. As soon as I touched down there, about not say I know it was a little longer there. It took about 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, my Tinder was just you could scroll down all the matches I had. You see, complete night and day difference here between here and there. Because like I say, when you go there and they see that English, oh, they know, oh yeah, he's worth something. Because that English is something. That English is cueing them off. Whereas here, like you got to play more games. You got to take, maybe even professional pictures. Like you got to do all this extra shit for these Ohio American women. And they, a lot of them, they just ain't like, well, none of them are really worth any of this trouble. Let's just be real, because it's going to end up you paying for everything if you stick with her for too long. So I mean, they just not worth it. But like, see that's how I got to see their nature, was in like seeing them from different cultures, and they do it, and they all doing the same shit. It's all the same. Like wherever you go, they're all doing the same. They are trying to latch on to whatever man is going to protect them the most, or like say, is a lot of it is not really how much money the man has per se. Because let's say, let's just entertain me. Let's say, well, and okay, she's gonna start out fucking both of them, right? Just because of how they walk in the room like that. Now, if the billionaire pretty much kind of makes it clear that he's not gonna fend for her or take care of her or nothing like that, but the millionaire will, she'll go with the million. Okay, this is also counting that the woman isn't making $1 million. Okay, if she's making $1 million, that other millionaire dude doesn't stand a chance. Okay, she's going above her. But let's say she makes 60,000. Let's say she makes 500,000 a year, and the millionaire will spend money on her, but the billionaire is not really spending money. She's going to go with the millionaire, with the lesser of two, because she's actually getting something out of that. You see what I'm saying? Like see, do you see, like from the last video, their core is in prostitution. It has nothing to do with personalities. It has nothing as long as you're not just a complete weirdo creep. I mean, like a complete weirdo creep. Their vagina has no morals in it. You see, and this is where a lot of like these male feminist dudes get confused. Because see, the only reason men are talking like this is because because they secretly believed in their hearts that if I tell them that I believe in feminism and all this shit, that I'll secretly get more pussy down the road for it. That's the only reason why they're doing it. That's the only reason. Because they don't get, because they really don't give a fuck. You see what I'm saying? But see, and this is how, and I should have made another video on this, how a woman's brain and her vagina is two completely different things. Now, with this dude talking all this feminism shit, see, he's talking to her brain. And her brain loves it. Her brain's like, yeah, yeah, we're equal. Yeah, I can do everything you can do. But see, her pussy doesn't get turned on by that. Find me one woman who likes the fuck a man and say, yeah, feminism. Okay, that probably isn't. There's an exception, maybe like some BDSM group or something that'll do it. But no woman wants to get pounded out saying, yeah, feminism. You know what I'm saying? No, she like, yeah, fucking spit on me, motherfucker, degrade me, fucking, you know what I'm saying? She wants to be, that's what they want. That's what their vaginas want. So like these guys who do this shit, this whole feminism shit, like, yeah, yeah, see, and they're like cut it all up, talking to him with this little fucking design shirt. Well, yeah, women's doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like they end up just fucking just making a fool out of themselves, man. Because they like a woman's brain, like, cause see, he don't understand a woman for real. See, her brain likes to hear what it wants to hear, but the vagina wants to be told what it should hear. Point blank. I should make that a fucking quote and put it on fucking Facebook or something. The brain wants to hear what it wants to hear. The vagina wants to be told what it should want to hear. You see, that's the difference. And see, and if any man's watching this who's talking about some, yeah, I agree with feminism, I guarantee you, he will test. Yeah, his wife ain't busting no big ass nuts. His wife is not busting nuts on him. His wife is not, is not soaking wet. None of that. I guarantee. And he's probably having sex with her once a month, maybe twice. That's how it works, man. Like, but yeah, the nature, man, the nature that like it comes back to the same thing. Like, see, and what you'll see is they'll try to dress it up as something else, as it's not prostitution. Oh, well, I just kind of like Derek and Derek, but okay, but what's this gonna be? If Derek ain't paying for your shit, you're not fucking him, flat out. Let's be real about. It. Let's be honest. Okay, unless he now, if Derek is a pickup artist, which I like, and I said I appreciate the art. I don't like doing that because I don't like the lie. I rather you just know what I'm doing, and then either you like me for it or not. But like pickup artists, like they can be much better with the whole, you know, intentionally being quiet because they're playing a game on them and all this, and like, oh, that's the playing the quiet game. And see, I ain't doing all that, man. I'd rather sit at home and chill by myself and know what I got going on instead of doing all that. But yeah, because the pickup artists, a lot of times, because they're running that game on them to try to boost their value with the woman, and the woman's thinking she's always going to get a payout later on down the road, and the payout just never fucking comes. And she pretty much gets scammed out of her pussy because, like I said, she has to receive payment for her pussy, so she ends up getting scammed, and and that's why she's walking around mad because because you see when women end up like that, and okay, perfect example, like when women end up with the with like with some musicians, not all musicians, but they end up like with some musicians as like a guitarist or a drummer or something, and women be stuck on him for like 5, 6, 7 years, and then when they leave, they be mad. See, what she's really saying when she's mad is, I never got payment for all that pussy I gave you. That's what she's really saying. It has nothing to do with her wasting time on him for 7 years. He was a loser. Because this specific type of musician was a loser. He's probably like a broke dude, grungy dude, plays in a band. Has probably got tattoos from his bandmates, and and sleeps on a couch, and she would sleep with him because she figured he was because she figured she was going to get a payout from either the band taking off or something, and she never got it. That's why those women walk around fucked up after they date guys like that, because the second half of the transaction of the prostitution transaction didn't happen, so she's mad. That's why they walk around like that. But yeah, man, it's all like it's their nature. See, like, and I can speak on it and laugh because I seen it happen. Like, and I'm not even gonna go into the brothels, how the whores in the brothels, how they'll treat, like, let's say you walk past in like just some regular old jeans and a shirt versus you go there literally a week later and you dressed up in a suit, in a tailored suit and shoes. Oh, them girls gonna be jumping all over you when you got that suit on. You see what I'm saying? Because it's their natural. Like with the brothels, I mean, see, brothels, in my opinion, I think every man should visit a brothel in Europe, because when you do that and when you see that, you're going to see their natural habitat and how they feel like that is the natural habitat of man and woman, a brothel. That's it. That's a natural habitat. Like you will see and hear their natural form come out. You see, like, because they don't really want to work these full-time jobs and shit. They're doing this just because. Okay, I'll tell you exactly where feminism is. Feminism is now. Feminism is at the point where they know they don't want none of this shit at all. That they all for. But see, a woman will never ever admit when she was wrong, right? So she'll rather just keep this dumb shit going. See, and then they'll kind of keep getting more mad that no man's coming around telling them to shut the fuck up. No man of actual power. Like Donald Trump needed to just say, "Look, shut the fuck up, bitches. You don't know what you're talking about," and just walk off. And I guarantee they'll do a, and then they'll be happy again. like, but see, because no man in that position is gonna do it because he's too afraid that he'll get backlash. But that's the reality of what'll happen. Because what's happening with feminism now is, mark my words on this shit in the future. What's happening is they're getting all this shit. They don't want this. They don't want to work 40 hours a week. They don't want to try to be equal to men. They don't want to have to work for health insurance. They don't want none of this shit, right? But see, what they're gonna keep doing is just like they do in relationships when they don't want relationships. They're gonna start doing more and more dumb shit because they don't want to admit I'm wrong. They don't want to say we as women were wrong. We want you to get mad at us and then tell us we was wrong and then check us. You see what I'm saying? So they're gonna keep fighting for stupid shit that everybody on the planet knows they don't want. Like everybody knows they don't want this shit. They know they don't want it. They don't want to run around running out here 50 hours a week to have to work and then had to take maternity time off to have to go back to work and all that. They don't want to do all that. It's a cute hobby when they 19, 20. It's cute to do it in those years. But when they start hitting 25, 26, 27, they don't want to do that no more, man. They what all the guys that's equal to my age, they got a wife, right? Or girlfriend that's married. Whenever she had a period to stay off home, to stay off from work, or she got fired, I bet you she didn't run out that door to try to find another job for real. She tried to stay home as long as she could because she don't want to do it. You see what I'm saying? So what, like, and that's what feminism. They're at a point now where they are trying to just do as much stupid shit as they can think of as possible, just so because see, they're secretly hoping that a motherfucker like Donald Trump or Elon Musk, somebody, like because they hook it as because it's their nature. They respect men who have a name and a lot of money. That's the only man they're gonna respect on a whole like that. They're waiting on a man like that to look them dead in the eye and say, "Sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up," because you don't even know what you're talking about right now, and just walk off on 'em. That's what they really want. But nobody's gonna do because all these men being raised by single mothers for the last 50, 60 years straight, and then feminism beating down the men even more to pussy ass bitch levels. No man, like the men, they don't even have them to do it anymore. So it's like these Western countries are just so fucked up. Like the Western women, they just get they're just demolished. They demolish themselves. And I tell you, perfect example is them when you see it play out clear is like is in female music entertainers like Pink and what's that, Billie Eilish. I actually like some of her music too. The or Lana Del Rey, when they start making songs about they want to kill themselves and shit. See, those women are perfect examples of the mind state of feminism, how they want to kill themselves. See, now, they don't want to kill themselves. What happened was like the singer Billie Eilish and Lana Del Rey. See, what happened was they were pretty little bitches who figured out while they was young and hot that they can just suck some dick and get to a next level in life, right? But they made it too high in life to the point where like they're still kind of in what they made it to that pretty much to the height of where they can make it to. They got fame, they got maybe a little bit of fortune somewhere, and they done sucked every dick they could find, and there's nothing else more to life. But I tell you what, there's something else more to life. But this is something that women on a whole, there are some who do this, but most women don't do it. The next step in life is to figure out yourself, is to read philosophy, read psychology, legit study yourself and your habits and your actions and read yourself. You see what I'm saying? Learn yourself, grow as an individual. See that's where feminism is like completely collapsed on itself. And you can see it in singers like Lana Del Rey and Billie Eilish. They always talking about killing themselves and all this shit. Like, bitch, why you want to kill? Why do you want to kill yourself? You see what I'm saying? Read a book. It's not that life ain't that hard, but to these women, it is that hard because they don't know how to think that deep into anything. But I see that, I want that. That's pretty much as far as their brains really go. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's like a 5-year-old mentality, and like a 5-year-old, they need a grown man to come in that room, walk in that room, say, "Sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up," with a straight face, and they gonna be like, and then they're gonna know how to act for another 15, 20 years because they remember that punishment and they're gonna start raising back up again. Well, I want that. I see that. I see that. I want that. and it's gonna be the same shit again, man. Like it's their nature. Like you really, like I said, I didn't see it until I started traveling and I started seeing bitches in other countries and the same habits, but like they didn't have that feminism backing it up. So it was easier to check them and keep them in line. And to the point where like you go to other countries and let's say a husband and wife or a boyfriend and girlfriend have a dispute and the wife called the police. Well, the man know he ain't going to prison because the police is going to tell her to go somewhere and calm down. Whereas you go to these Western countries, she called the police, you going to jail. Even if it's your house and your name's on it, you going to jail, and she gonna lay and sleep. And she gonna lay in that house and sleep in it, sleep in your house. You see what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, man, learning nature. I would advise if would to fully get it, like, cause I've been on both ends. I've been like when I started school, man. When I started college, I was at little grungy. Fuck, I still be looking grungy in these videos. I just be rolling out of bed with ideas and start talking. But when I started college, I was just that little grungy dude. Clothes didn't fit well at all. Just fucked up. And then I grew to like you start traveling and seeing other shit, man. And like that's how I seen it. But I mean, for most people, I think a lot of guys just will never see the other side of it. And I think this is a lot where MGTOW guys get stuck, like because they never really get over that next hump and see the whole other side of it and how women treat you when they know you, when they either think or they know you worth something, and how that whole attitude change up, and how her whole sexual performance changes up. And then you really see, like, yeah, see, yeah, this is all about money with them. Like they're all of them are prostitutes. They only deal. The only reason they gonna deal with you for any period of time is because either they look at you and know you got something, or they look at you and they think you get something in the future. If you don't have either one of them two going for you, like unless you like now, if you're just a really good looking guy, or you are just her type physically, she can probably have sex with you once or twice. But other than that, she ain't got no use for you. She'd rather just throw you away, or just she would rather just ignore you for real. But yeah, that's what it is, man. Like it's their nature. Like because I see a lot of guys like they say they know women's nature, but they don't know women. They know women's nature from one aspect of it. You see what I'm saying? Like they look like in a room full of like assassins, like they only looking at it from one angle, and it's like eight other angles you got to see it from. But yeah, either travel or you got to go from being poor to being well off, and you gonna watch how they whole charisma changes when you walk into that room. Like, man, I share a story real quick. Man, I remember I was living in Czech Republic, and I was living in this small village, right? And I remember I just paid my fucking phone bill and shit, and it was just one little cute bitch in there. And when I first went there, I wouldn't dress well at all because I was just chilling on my own, and she would like flat out ignore the fuck out of me, right? Then she fuck around and see my passport, and obviously hear my American English. Her whole attitude flipped 180 mid conversation. Now trying to lock eyes and keep eye contact, trying to keep me in the store longer. Like, nope, I ain't fuck with her. And she had a she like Jessica Chobot from what's that? Jessica Chobot. They used to do those video games. You Google Jessica Chobot, Chobot. She looked just like her. Well, when she was a little younger, she's a little older now. But when she was a little younger, she got famous by looking at PSP, the Jessica Chobot girl. But yeah, man, it's their nature. So what I'd advise to you is either travel to like a poor country or relative. I don't like calling them poor countries. I say travel to a country that doesn't have as much money as yours. And then women that they gonna watch. They don't care what you look like. They gonna know how to act. Travel to a country like that, or stay if you in a Western country, stay in that Western country. Or if you are male from an Eastern country or an Eastern Europe country or a poor country, um, you got to better yourself in superficial ways for them. You see, like you gonna have to. That's the only way you gonna see the other side of it. That's the only way I see you gonna see the other side. Unless you just get lucky a couple times and then you start tuning into it and watch how they treat, or really just sit back and people watch. Will you always go to like a mall that has like expensive stores and just watch the quality of women that's gonna walk in these stores, and watch the man that's gonna walk in there with her. or just wow, and then watch how she talks to the man who works in, like, let's say, like like a famous jewelry store, and then watch how she talks to that man who's like bringing her coffee at the Shell gas station. See, it's like, watch them, like you'll see, like, just people watch, just do comparisons on how they treat guys based off the whole situation.